Hello everybody and welcome to Fnatic taking on Heretics, map number 1 of Nuke. This is of course the map pick of Heretics. No surprises there, we've seen them dominate at the top level recently and coming out with a force towards that A-bomb site. Brawlin actually surviving and being able to tuck in the corner, but that might not help Dean because the T's are already down on B.
Yeah, instantly being redirected. Navira is holding for the drop down the vent as well, but Brolin doesn't care. Not only dealing with the drop down the vent beforehand, taking out the lurker towards the door. Go ahead and retreat back in. Again though, with that position of the bomb, it is in a pretty decent spot for him to try and run down the time. So they are forced to go in together, and against that Glock at close range, it's very difficult to deal with. Maka already bringing it into the one-on-one. The time at this point is too low without the defuse kit in Crim's possession. Asking them to come out in the following. Spot out Brolin on top of the hood, a little bit of damage being outputted there. Maka coming through the door, eventually going to finish him off, and with that they should have the A play quite easily. So as I say that, JW pops out to peek alongside Flusher from Heaven. They are able to go ahead and get one kill, and look at the damage that's being done. Both of these remaining players now for Heretics are tagged up quite considerably. The Deagle from Grim's not going to be able to connect, but it's still all onto Maka to try and save the day, and he does it with the Glock. 2 headshots being found. Not a bad way to kick off the gun rounds at all here for Heretics, as you said. A good position now to flash into Heaven. Was looking to, I guess, just delay a small bit. If they don't get a kill real quicker, though, they don't have a defuse kit to even really attempt this retake, so this is going to be extremely difficult. Peeking in, they do spot one player underneath Heaven immediately. Unfortunately, he did have help, so not really able to go out and do too much about it. Flush is the only man to really be able to contribute there for Fnatic, and trying to reposition himself there. Golden, unfortunately, not able to get the second, but it's about the rest of Heretics now to actually join up. They are crossing over towards Secret. I was going to say it might be a little bit awkward only having that one smoke down to cover, but they went out to fight against Grim. With that, should have an easy enough time going across, but XMS still lurking around is being dropped as well. But I mean, at this point, time is beginning to run down a little bit. The CTs need to be real quick on setting themselves up.
That time is way too low at this point. They've got to move quickly. JW not able to hit the shot, but Brawlin keeps on answering back. Molly down to stop them, and from the grave, he might have won the round. Tapping the defuse. I think he might have time.
He has it, yeah.
Yeah, that's real close, though. Brawlin from afar supporting Golden up close on the ramp. He swings through, but gets his head ripped off. Now a hard hold. 50 seconds left. Brawlin closes that door. He backs out. He don't want anything to do with this. The smoke down will stop them from being able to really get out, and Team Heretics could get a bomb plant, but there's going to be a lot to do. In order to make that happen, Maka caught in the open, taken down. This is dangerous with XMS all by himself. JW's in the molly. How does he get out of this situation? An AK in hand and not getting the impact play this time. Players are still looking up towards Heaven. Look, he's going to have a fight on his hands as he walks out. If he finds this kill, it should be all in the bag. And he does indeed. JW was distracted. Out they come. And from behind. That is so well played by Heretics. 4 seconds left. They get the bomb plant. Textbook. The guy on top stops looking at Heaven because he's trying to support main. Out comes Lucky. Takes the kill. Then the player on site. Well, he's looking up at Heaven because the player just got a kill from there. And that's when the guys come out main. So well handled. Team Heretics should be closing it out. Maka with the AWP closes the first kill, and it's all on Golden, who's shooting people through walls. The man's an animal. Hold on, Maka's in danger. USP up close. He's looking for the other player at the back of the bomb site, but he can't get it done. Really, ammunition in the M4 was the main issue for him. It looks like it is going to be down towards B. Plenty of utility. JW opens the door just in time to get flashbang, but they haven't spotted Golden. He gives away his position. That's a big mistake without catching the kill onto XMS. Tagged up, JW can whoops. Oh, he drops the molly, but that's the last thing he does. Getting taken down right afterwards. Man advantage no longer in play for Fnatic. The spam not good, and a bomb plant for Heretics. Now holding down, but Kiyoshima's caught in the open, leaving it into a 2v3, and a lot of work to be done here by Heretics to get back into it. They've got to hold off as the players come out. Ramp, nice swing by Navira. His one-taps are unrivaled. And it's all down to Crims. He's got to get out, but he can't do a thing. Navira in with the headshot to close that one out.
I have returned finally. I've got everything set up. Had to redo some commands and such. Yeah, I'm hopping into a round here where obviously Fnatic do have the weaker buy, but they have managed to pull this one kill back now from JW. Unfortunately, it's looking like the commitment probably will be towards B. Kiyoshima can even manage to make his way down the ramp at this point, give them that extra angle of attack. Although Navira mollies it and it's also being smoked, so he's gonna just lurk around for the moment. And JW still waiting on this bomb site with the Deagle. Almost managed to find himself another, but he does the damage, making it that much easier for Brolin. And it's fell all onto Maka. He's been flanked out right now. This 5-7 should easily end this round. Although it was a lot closer than it should have been. Brought down to 20 health there, Crims was.
Has definitely been slow to start. The nade, the spray, flush it with 2, and the bomb dropped in the open. That's a damn bad way to start the round for Heretics.
Yeah, looking like Fnatic could manage to recover it up to 6 rounds after all, which is obviously not what they want to be on, but it's better than what it was looking to be. As Brolin extends this advantage even further from the roof right there. Nice little angle down on Lucky. JW having a gap in that smoke getting more than I believe realizes that XMS.
Probably on the flank. They close the double doors. And what can he do from this point? He has to go for it. Opens it up and almost hits 2, but nothing he could do. The defuse for Fnatic, and they take 6 rounds as we close out the half. A good performance from them.
But yeah, I mean, Fnatic, they need to come through. They need to be hurting Heretics with their intro to the second half by picking up the pistol. Maka, though, obviously going to say, nah, flush it immediately, getting wrecked over towards the door. They will still push their way onto the A bomb site because Heretics right now are playing for the retake, but XMS picks up a double as well around the smoke. Suddenly it's a 5-on-2. Fnatic are in trouble. They may just be able to find that bomb plant as a small bonus, but the nade comes over and ensures that they're going to have an even more difficult time now actually holding this off. Brolin gets one again, one of the standout players for sure here on Nuke for Fnatic so far, but it's not going to be enough. Yeah, bomb plant again being found as a bonus. Having the man disadvantage, this time a better position overall, especially as Crims had a decent spot. If he could have gotten a little bit closer with that Mach 10, perhaps it would have been somewhat more dangerous, but JW can still be the issue right now for them. Flush it as well, put pressure on that player over towards the ramp, and JW with an M4 now manages to get himself when it's come down to the one-on-one. Maka has the defuse kit at least to work with here. The bomb, I believe, is planted, though, out in the open for Flusher to work off of. Shoulder peek, and I believe haven't been spotted at this point, but Maka, he has to just go ahead and stick it now. Beginning the spin, I believe. Flusher struggling to get the kill, but he decides, yeah, I'm not going for the headshot. I'm not playing that game.
Yashima and Lucky poked away. The molly doesn't quite block Lucky or push him into the open. And they've got a nice crossfire as the push comes out. Keel not spotted up on top. That's his chance. Gets one and Lucky from behind. Good for no. He runs out of ammunition. Golden could have fallen, and that very well could have been the round. He was full HP. There's mollies on their way. No, there's not. Never mind the mollies. They're in T-spawn. I don't know what they're doing with those ones. So XMS is still good. It took away passively. And wait, that would have been a kill. If that landed and actually touched him, he would have fallen down. JW was watching it, waiting. Good nade coming through. Not going to land much, but XMS playing anti-flash. Didn't expect them to just dry peek. They're running through. They're lunatics. And JW good for 1, but that's all. Taken down right afterwards. And Team Heretics, 12-11.
Some of them just come too easily.
I've heard that in the past. The 4 versus 5 that's in play leave Fnatic with a hunger for more, evidently. Navarra getting taken down. Look at this by Maka. He's so close. He was a second late on every single angle, but eventually he sees all 3. Time to back off, and he survives with... Oh, no, he doesn't survive. The nade coming over just quickly deals with him. And spotted up close, tagged through the smoke. XMS is out. Kiyoshima's got it all to do.
Again, despite actually lacking a lot of the nades, such as the Molotovs, to be able to flush those positions out. Quite patient with it right now.
With those outside smokes, yeah, he was going to move, and he found the bomb as well.
It was Lucky who was also able to deal out a lot of damage around the smoke over towards Secret. Eventually finds Brolin also creeping up close. I believe JW, who was tagged down earlier on. Speaking of the Mando, he is able to go ahead and catch that up repeat to swing out onto JW and peek him as he's coming outdoors, so he can focus on one less angle a little bit. But right now, Heretics, they're just kind of stacked up around the bomb site. 2 players at least immediately in position. XMS on the up so far is the one getting pretty much all the work done. Picks up the triple kill for himself, and this double op setup.
Yes, they will be starting out on the CT side. I just want to double check in case something weird was going on. On the Terrors, they can make a big recovery, but I don't expect CT side Inferno to go too well for them. You never know with how they're playing now.
Yeah, I mean, I never seem to be able to count Heretics out of the game. They always show up, make it competitive, make it entertaining to watch at the very least. And right now, Fnatic, I mean, they've covered some ground, at least with these pistols making their way onto B. Unfortunately, losing a couple players, being kind of spammed down as well, being chipped away at in the process of making it into that position, meaning that holding the actual afterplant is going to be near impossible at this point. I may have jinxed this slightly. Brolin has got himself 1 kill, will at least be traded on. And yeah, now it's all on Crims. Trapped in behind the silo CZ. Not ideal at long range. He just tap away to get the first. But now he has 2 bullets left, so he had to go for the headshot there. And wasn't able to connect it. No time for the reload. Pushed down.
What he's feeling. Not often you see that coming in the final
done
round.
this though either, I don't think. When we were covering Fnatic the other day, they were doing it, but normally when they had a lead, I guess it is so they can go for this quicker play out through the well smoke, but so far not working in their favor. As I say that, Navira unfortunately being overwhelmed, not able to take out any more with the AWP, and Kiyoshima rotating in gets dropped as well.
That's actually really big. The fact they've only lost the Mac 10 before they get down to the B bomb site. Good spray. Mac was in trouble, but he goes through the smoke. This man has got balls for days, but the bomb unfortunately has been planted, leaving XMS to clutch it out. Through the smoke he goes, but not able for the kill. And with Brawlin having a 4K. This is so important for Fnatic. I want to take this series cleanly. Huge kill by Kiyoshima to start it out. Brawlin though, he's still alive, only for a second. Navera pops up to delete him. XMS full blind though, couldn't deal with him. Crims swings, but he can't find it. Here's the AWP up behind the site now, has to be very cautious. Smokes out behind him. Molly going through to try and force Maka out of position, but he gets taken down, and it's all on to Flusha. A 1v3. At least he's gotten the bomb plant down below with the door still open. Oh, they actually think he's opened it there, that he's on his way through, that he's at least closed it behind him. Like a polite boy.
They're all coming in from single, so this could be a little bit dangerous if he had perhaps been posted on the angle already, but nah, Maka gets out, creates the space, and just actually gets the kill himself. So there it is. Heretics able to go ahead and get the victory on Nuke. 16-14, it was a very, very close one indeed, and it was their map choice, so I don't think Fnatic are going to be too upset. Game that I expect them to be perhaps outmatched in. Right now, looking trying to flank up mid. There's 3 of them waiting here so that they can just swing in and actually get this kill together. It ends up only being Brolan, but he's entrusted with it and it works out in his favor to get that first. The knife though from Flusha coming in from behind, not quite able to get it. Kiyoshima reacts and spins around, and suddenly it's a 3-on-2 favor in Heretics. You'll see Fnatic run this over towards B, but realizing this now to rotate.
As the T's took away in these post plants. Oh, no, they don't. JW goes out wide. He's losing a lot of health and his life with the headshot from Navera. It's all up to Crims. 18 HP on the board. There's a kid in play as well. Navera's got that one picked up, and he is very, very low. The flash coming over. Crims on the swing. The bomb not being defused just yet, not being stuck. He knows now this is likely to be a stick, needs to swing fast. It's almost done, and time is gone. Heretics have got it. 1-0 to start us out. I'm not sure.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I did. Yeah, my game was okay, but maybe Discord dropped for me for a sec.
Yeah, it looks like it might have. But it's okay. I was scared. I thought you'd left me alone again. The internet problems have been plaguing us the last few days. Fnatic stuck outside. As you said, they've lost Crims, and you've got Heretics took down with a 3-man hold of the B bomb site. Fnatic pushing forward right into their hands. Their open arms, but never mind. The love is thrown away as JW picks up another to Navera. Heretics are behind. Literally, they're behind. They're coming behind. Up and out. On the flank.
What a round. I apparently did miss some of it, at least on the stream side of things. I was able to catch it from Mike. You flush it. He doesn't even want to let me save us. Were they running around, I guess, to try and catch some exit? They definitely wanted some of these exit frags. But that's a tough position to be in right there. I think maybe saving the weapons over would...
Well, with Flusha falling, I think Heretics are going to be happy to play that little bit more passive, but that's only what I think. Maka's got something else in his mind. Up on top, he goes, and the spam is good for 2! Oh my word, Maka! He's bailing out, but although he's traded by the UMP, that's not quite the trade back Fnatic wanted. A 4v2 now.
Oh, he could potentially line these up right now, indeed. Almost managing to get himself the second one as well, but, I mean... Even the first kill alongside that damage, Yoshima hiding in the back of the bomb site. He doesn't really want to give any chances over, and yeah, he's trying to stick that bomb plant, taking the gamble. Yeah, most likely, but I mean, who knows? There's one P250, perhaps XMS just goes insane. They are just going to try and actually fight down mid, and there's one kill from XMS so far. Immediately though being destroyed by Crims, who actually comes through with a triple kill for himself. Flusha getting the final one then as well. All they've lost was the Galil. This could get a little bit dangerous though. Navira needs to come in so that they can have a little bit of help here from the library, and he's probably going to find some contact relatively soon once JW does begin to go forward. Nice Molotov though on XMS. Not quite going to be able to do that much damage to him, and the timing is perfect for Navira. They're swinging out as JW, just as the Molotov, I believe, was taken into his hands, and follows up with another through the smoke onto Crims. So it's all on Flusha, not able to even input any damage, so a flawless round there from Heretics. That is wild. Yeah, just rush it straight down. There's not even a smoke at the bomb right now. So that does allow Golden to come in and trade. Another player trying to follow up being lucky will be successful, and I think they should be happy now with the frags they've been able to find. Having that 4-on-3 is a pretty solid.
Works out perfectly for them, and they end up in a 4 versus 2 with Fnatic, having JW and Crims looking to push forward, but Lucky's playing passive on the bomb site. He swings out just in time to catch JW, and now just falls back, leaving Crims all by himself, hoping he gets peeked and gets given an opportunity. But as of yet, Heretics are avoiding giving him anything.
Yeah, it would really be the only way Crims could open his way back into this round, so they're not going to be making that mistake. They'll push forward and potentially find Lucky. You don't normally see the 3-man stack to try and take the control from them. It is in trouble.
Yeah, he's made it. Oh, no, he hasn't. Never mind. Lucky swung to take him down. Thought he was maintaining a passive composure, but never you mind. The flash so perfectly timed by Maka as Lucky swings and takes Golden, looking at a wall.
Looking fantastic so far. I mean, if they can take this round for themselves, that'll be 4 relatively convincing rounds in a row. Get the control going for sure. Niviro close in that box. They're going to be able to find the first, actually get the second as well. Got the help from XMS, but it wasn't needed apparently. Once XMS actually pops out, it costs him his life.
At a minimum, and they lose Maka. Sorry, they lose Crims to Maka to start it off. Molly down. Nivero's caught in the corner though. They've got to smoke that off. Get him out of there. Flashes in play. He's going to swing afterwards. Facing. Oh! It was so aggressive, but it works out for another frag. Up against these pistols, I'd rather see it take a little bit closer to the chest approach, but XMS doesn't give a damn. He's just swinging out wide. Yeah, did you say play passive? I'm going to peek them on short. Cool.
Looking like they want to try and follow quickly on mid as well, so not really letting Niviro get comfortable at all. The flash comes through. He still gets one, but it's XMS and Boiler. They have no idea. Not quite able to line them up. Eventually gets Crims, but it costs him a lot more health than it should have otherwise. So this is still a really good position for Fnatic.
Okay, we got a distraction play coming through. Oh, the wide peak. They're still going. They're still moving into it. JW, great spray. XMS is stuck. He'd already committed forward. A pistol out. The nice swing. That's it. I feel like as soon as Keo gets... but the same can be said for Heretics. So this is really the turning point to determine who ends up in not just an okay spot, but a good spot. And Brawlin opens this up by taking Nivera down. With that, they know XMS was playing apps. And as he's not there, he has to be in pit. Already spotted him out, but he survives. The smoke covering him, but Maka falls. XMS! Not good for the second. And even with Crimson Golden so low, Lucky has very little that he can say about this round.
Unless he starts sprinting in towards construction right now, though, it's going to be hard for him to find this kill. Okay, actually may still make it in time. Look.
In which case, you're walking into to do an extended stack in this situation. But also, Lucky could have fallen all the way back. Maybe they've stacked A. It's hard to tell how a team's going to react to this, but Lucky still committing down on the coffins, as he's done many times in the past when Kiyoshima's fallen and he's solo B. JW, he's got his specs on, so he saw straight through that play.
Smoke going down behind as well, also going to be holding these CTs off for a little while before they can begin to move in for this retake, so that is unfortunate. Some nades remaining for them to use, a flash which could be thrown over. Actually, I believe going to go see if they can catch anyone. XMS, his head was spotted, but he reacts extremely quickly. Crims gets dispatched, and now it's the 2 players left towards Kyle's, and also around second orange. They have a decent position to try and play with the crossfire, but the smoke going down definitely makes it harder. Brolin still able to find one and retreat back to safety. And then peeking back in, he goes ahead and finishes off that half as well. Fnatic with a fantastic recovery there to come out with 8 rounds. They're going to be letting them pop out a little bit before they actually take contact. XMS had dropped from the apartments. They'll look to wrap in through long as well, and this is going to be tough now. As I said, I thought Brolin has been able to find one, gets himself the second spinning around, but eventually goes down.
Golden, you see Heretics have got such good positions, tucked in on the bomb site with a crossfire as well. Pit just playing as a distraction, information gathering, and swinging out for a little bit of damage afterwards as well. Golden running out of any ammunition as Flusha just decides it's time to save the kit. Might be useful in the next round. Especially with it being Inferno, we could see a force spy coming through from the CT side. But Heretics happy to take up that pistol if they can follow through with one more.
Backed up.
Nice shot by Maka. Crims good to still do some damage. Fnatic could definitely get this done. The problem is JW's the only one on the site. He's got a deagle, and they're about to rain down upon him. He gets one at least. The peek from up above. JW! A double kill. That keeps them alive. They can actually go for this. Fnatic So the exits are really where they can find something, and that's where Brawlin comes in. Immediately takes one, and already they're all dead. There's no way they survive this one. Goodbye, sweet dreams, Navera. He falls. Brawlin's going to go and see if he can find an AK. Oh, that peek's going to come through again. Navera's being spotted. Good shot by Crims. Nade around the corner. They're not going to do the damage, but 50 seconds left. They know they're both here. Those smokes coming over. It's guaranteed. Fnatic should have this on lockdown.
Most likely, especially as Flush is able to find XMS there, who is completely blind. And then Crim's just setting himself up on a little bit over. Spot no one on Banana. Heard a utility being thrown out on mid. They know they need to get moving. But they're still taking their time, as are Heretics. This could still go either way. XMS is going to find them out quite soon at least. Will he be able to get the kills from it, though, is the question. The first one indeed being found. Flush follows up. No, keep your gun out. Oh, hang on. They're rushing back. I think that's going to be B open. They're both waiting right now for this. There's an opportunity maybe for them to swing it back, but Lucky says no. Flip back to Heretics, but Fnatic looking to do it once again, but it's a quick B-play coming in. That Molotov is a massive issue for them. Causes a lot of damage on top of then Flush spamming away. Golden snatching one of the op. And although they do get across to the bomb site, I don't think they're really going to be allowed to do a lot with it. The Molotov even stopping them from planting safely. And a nade to follow up could do some serious damage.
It's lined up by Crims. Looks like it's going to be coming through any second now. XMS on the bomb site.
The suspense.
Oh, this is almost definitely a kill. If XMS survives this, they're all three of them are on the one spot. Look, two nades, three guys right there. Boom goes the dynamite. Don't get the kill. XMS is somehow the last player alive. Swings through, but with such low HP from Maka, not working out at all. And now two players walking through mid and a crossfire to quickly deal with them. Fnatic miles ahead coming into this final buy round for Heretics should they not win this one, but they have pulled it back to a 2v3. Maybe a small glimmer of hope.
It is indeed Crims. I couldn't tell from the camera angle. And the smoke also delaying a little bit more. Yeah, able to pop up, catch that first player off guard. Now we can just try and waste time.
Lucky's gone straight in for the bomb plant though, and he's going to try to force the fight afterwards, but Crims is using the smoke to fade all the way back. And Lucky knows there's another player on the rotate through. He's trying to catch him off. Faded to short. The angle's all being cleared here as Golden is caught off guard. And he knows exactly where Crims is. Fades away to short. Playing the time. Lucky needs to win this 1v1 to pull it through. The bomb going to be tapped. Crims hooked away. He's going in. Sticking the defuse. Comes off it just in time as he hears the steps of Lucky to swing. But not the kill. And Crims has still got time to defuse it. Fnatic take it 15-13. And Team Heretics, even versus Simon Gaming, really struggled to close it out, 22-20, and double wins versus the Riders. The blitz is coming straight out of the balcony. Is barely even a blitz. Navera walks out and dies. 1-for-1 trades being found. The molly here for Crims is good for extra damage. They can't get into the pit. Brawlin smoked off, but taken down by Maka's Mac 10. The CTs are going to struggle. Oh no. Kiyashima somehow wins that fight. He was out in the open and pit. I thought he'd been caught off by Flusha, but evidently not. And he gets him through the smoke on the Golden. They know that Crims was on the side as well. And a spam to take him down. A wall bang. Slowly shifting down towards B. On Kiyashima trying to sell the fake. Spots the JW's on short. Unfortunately, that information is very costly. And they're about to run into that two-man B hold that has held them off even when they're four men pushing in. They've got a lot less utility than before, and JW's coming behind them. Oh no, utility isn't even going to leave their belts.
Unfortunately for Heretics, despite putting up a very competitive map, looks like it is going to be Overpass that's coming up next to decide this series. And there you go, Golden with the final two kills. A 16-14 scoreline, keeping it very, very close, and I hope that we can have another competitive one on Overpass. But as you said, I do expect
maps over the last 3 months, so it's not going to be the easiest for them up against one of the best teams in the world right now. And starting it out, you can see the control. Fnatic has just managed to completely steal away from Heretics. They'd pushed Monster and Water, and they're already on the B site without Fnatic losing a player. Eventually, JW falls, but how much more is going to go down? Oh, hold on! The USP started to make it happen, but Navera's left alone. The man is a monster with one tap steam. He's only got two to find.
Yes, Bot's the first player there as well as Flush crouches down, but as he pops back up, Elsewhere, Kiyoshima having the glass cannon scout, so I'm not too sure. Either way, though, giving themselves a good chance. Those shots being connected above the smoke there by Navira were pretty huge. If you do see Heretics pulling out the secondary off, he does tend to be that player also. And yeah, shows us why. He's connecting those shots with the scout right now. Follows up on Crims. Lucky going to be able to catch JW as well, and with Flusha being low, this could crumble quickly right now for Fnatic. Flush is doing what he can. Pulling back one more, but on the stairs, the scout is to worry about, but without the Kevlar, it's an easy target for the Mac 10.
Even with, oh, okay, Navera thought it was a headshot, but the body, all that was needed to take Flusha down. But how does he kill Golden? It has to be a headshot that comes through. He misses the shot, makes it around the side as well, out with the USP, but on 10 health, that was never going to work.
Not going to be selling the rotate at all, though. Flusha just looking to go through the smoke. Could be in trouble now with two players on that other side, especially Kiyoshima back in the spawn watching for it. Oh, never mind. Still manages to find it. Also gets lucky. How the hell? Kiyoshima had just begun to wrap around to heaven. So unfortunately, not having any protection, and Fnatic just roll over that B bomb site. They didn't find any success up towards A on the Heretics side. Maka goes down as well. That's the op now for JW if he wants it, and he says, nah, I'm just going to stick with the AK.
Oh, Maka missing the shot on the AWP. That almost cost him his life. 1 HP remaining. Very lucky to evade that with his life. Navera pushes forward on the back of Maka's flash, who comes through to answer with 1 before eventually being taken down. That's a damn good recovery. Navera's been spotted out on short, though. They know he's here in toilets. Oh, just about evaded Brolin's shot. And they all wait down. Never mind. They were for a second. Not quite landing where it was supposed to, but making a little bit of noise over towards the B bomb site just to cause a distraction, but no rotates coming through. Maka happy to pick up 1. Now the position he's in, they know there's a second in CT. I highly doubt they suspect Navera to be here, and no they don't. Brawlin falls to him, and it's all down to Flusha. 10 seconds left, no time. He hunts him, catches the kill, flanked out by Lucky and Bank.
Thing with one player, but all working together now trying to advance forward. The issue is these CTs are wasting so much time, and eventually Navira is the one to pick up that first blood. Flusha goes down. They're all tagged up at this point pretty much. Navira gets himself a quick triple kill, and it's all on JW and Golden. Eventually 1 return from JW, but that's it. A convincing gun round swept.
To bring yet another weapon into their court, and they've already achieved what I wanted from them in this round. Now with an AK and an M4, they're looking good to potentially pull it all the way through to a win, even in this 3v2. Oh, here we go again.
For the wall bang. Good bit of damage at least being done towards Lucky. That made it easier there for Brawlin, swinging out with the M4. It's 3-on-1. This round was crazy. I mean, Fnatic, they weren't hitting 1 digs, but they were spamming away and eventually connecting enough damage. And there is 3 players already in position, including actually Kiyoshima. Sorry, he was back towards Graffiti, so a solid setup for sure. Maka the man to actually find that opening. Grim trades back, they're coming out. Maka somehow gets the second. But other than that, it's just all Fnatic on the kill feed, leaving Navira alone, trying to rotate in.
So Heretics need to win these next 2 rounds, and we'll see if they're able to do so. It starts out with a bit of short control going through on B. We saw this from Heretics in the pistol round, and it didn't work out too well in the end. But it's a whole new world and a whole new round. Golden moves forward, his feet are spotted, and he's toe-tapped to death. Lucky now conceding that control, happy with the man advantage they've obtained.
But it's still going to be so difficult for them to actually get into the bomb site now. Run over towards Long as well that they may not be expecting. That op, of course, just firing off the initial shot from the truck, taking the attention.
If walkout monster making their way in slowly but surely. They're spotted immediately. Lucky's position wasn't compromised either. There's no way they suspect 2 players down here.
Oh, but the Tech 9 able to close in the distance. JW holding connector as well. Mac, he needs the trade, and he will be able to find it, fortunately, but it's still a 2-on-3 right now for Heretics to try and recover from. Fnatic may be able to snatch that 9th round away after all for themselves. Flusha taking that fight in towards short, sees Maka is now moving in. Of course, they're trying to deal with Kiyoshima instead as he comes from the spawn, but Kiyo wins out his fight at first. Flusha has the position, was ready for the peek, and he goes ahead and closes it out as well. 2 from Flusha, and a flash in play there in the hands of Lucky, and it looks like they will just attack all through Monster. No short control going to be found. And Crim's actually swinging out alongside the flash from Flusha. Gets 1, and also spots that they are all on their way in right now. And Golden, what the hell? 2 quick 1-taps. JW comes through with his second of the round. And Fnatic, despite having suffered the initial casualty there over towards Long, they swing. And then potentially have the opportunity even for the bonus round at the next. But here we go, going forward. JW was actually the first man to find contact up close on short. Able to actually find 2 kills already, helped out by Flusha massively. And yeah, they keep all 5 alive. Unfortunately,
and they're ready for this push to come in. JW going to be the one to swing out and take Kiyashima down. Flash over the site. And a swing right after. Maka wasn't expecting a wide play. And Crims finishes it off. JW saying, dude, you stole my kill. What the hell, man?
If they can force this fight against Navira and steal that AK away, then they do have a chance to maybe try and make this still a competitive round. Unfortunately, Flusher goes straight down. Brolin, I don't know if he's going to be able to find too much either. Okay, there's the kill. He won't be able to get himself the weapon quite yet. And Nate going over onto the bomb site does actually do some pretty good damage, and Brolin pops out to go ahead and take down Maka. Now that weapon and that AK indeed can be retrieved. Golden having the AK as well. This is still around that really could go either way. XNX just on the other side of the smoke goes down. Golden looking for the second, does the damage, and gives the information over to allow for Brolin to come through with the trade. It's short, it probably would have done quite a lot of damage. Still spot the shoulder, but the upshot being followed up on. Maka might be able to finish off Brolin. JW with his own up, though, ready to play above the smoke as well. Somehow hits that second shot, and now with the support of Crims, this A-bomb site is being locked down. Oh, and it's just not stopping. JW doesn't care.
A flank up as well. Maka's going to be pushed from all sides, sandwiched between the counter-terrorists. He spots out one, but it costs him most of his health. Lights up Golden to 40. But unfortunately, they're going in for a fast B push. We haven't seen this from them yet, and Flush it caught completely off guard. The players down in Monster are ready to line up and take him down, but a full-blind Golden's still alive and doing damage.
Yeah, as you said, doing damage. Maka now last alive after being tagged down by the USP. Is actually a couple of them taking the fights with the pistols instead. Haven't already run out of bullets. Eventually it will be Brolin. It seems like they managed to surprise me, and I don't know how that is the case. Yeah, Golden actually does recover one fairly quickly there with the Deagle. Manages to get the second as well. What is going on? Crims gets when it's all unlucky, and it's just crumbled, Mitch.
I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say, Dean.
I'm a prophet.
Every time we see Deagles come through, you just know it's not the round you expect. And right there, oh man, it was not what we thought we were going to see.